Alright, buckle up because this is going to be an in-depth video on how I healed my skin. So for reference, this was my skin back in December, January-ish. I was dealing with some really bad cystic acne. It was painful and my skin was really dry. This is my skin now. We still got a little bit of redness, but that takes time. Okay, so number one is I used the pendulum to start seeing what products I should buy and what was actually the issue for me, because I watched a lot of videos on like healing and stuff like that, and people say to do this, do that. Everybody's going to be different, so I would highly suggest that you use a pendulum to see what I'm going to talk about is the main key for you. Major thing was I stopped asking what's wrong with me. I realized that was like my internal dialogue, was I kept trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And if you don't know, when you ask your subconscious mind a question, it's going to look for the answer. So if you're asking what's wrong with me, you're going to be shown all the things that's wrong with you, and it's going to manifest even more. So instead of asking what's wrong with me, I started asking what's right with me, and that changed the game. Another thing that changed the game was I did 24 hours of not looking at myself. That means I wasn't making any videos, and I was not looking at myself in the mirror, like not even while I was washing my hands or nothing, straight looking down at the sink, okay? Do not look at yourself for a full 24 hours, because I realized that when I was looking at myself, I was feeling like shit, and I was talking bad about myself in my head and stuff like that. It would make me really depressed. So 24 hours of not looking at yourself really changes your whole mindset. Some people might need a little bit more than 24 hours, but I would challenge you to at least do 24 hours and see how you feel. Now, I cut out refined sugar mostly. Here and there, I'll still have something sweet because I love me some sweets. But for the most part, I really cut out refined sugar, and fast food was another major one. I stopped drinking alkaline water. Now, I love water. That's literally the only thing I drink. I don't drink juice. I don't drink soda. I don't drink none of that shit. I literally drink water. But I've been drinking alkaline water since 2019, 2020-ish, and I didn't realize that it's actually not good for you. Drinking alkaline water for a long time really has a lot of effects on you that people don't talk about. But one of the major things was inflammation. My skin was clearly very inflamed, and my whole body was inflamed. After I stopped drinking alkaline water, I slimmed down a lot, and I thought that was just like my post-baby body. No, it was a motherfucking alkaline water. So I switched to spring water. I stopped talking negatively about my skin and about myself. Now, this should seem really obvious, but it's really hard to talk good about yourself when you see all the fucking issues. But I made a conscious effort to stop talking negatively about my skin and about myself. And this goes hand in hand with this one. I stopped complaining about my skin. I realized that I kept complaining about the shit. I was complaining because it was really hurting and it was really dry, and I just kept complaining to my husband or either to myself, and I was like, that's not helping either. So stop complaining. If you've cried about your skin at least one time, you're good to do these things. It's not bypassing shit, okay? You cry about it and then you fucking move on. I stopped using all K-beauty products, okay? The K-beauty products really fucked me up, and let's go through the list of the ones that I used. Snail Mucin, hell no. Beauty of Johnson, Green Plum, AHA, BHA toner. I thought I really needed it because I had like some, I think it's like keratin nodules or something like that, and my skin, no. The Round Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Sunscreen, The Anua Heart Leaf Oil Cleanser, no. I honestly just use regular olive oil to double cleanse my skin, and it works like a charm. This Cosrx Lactic Acid Cleanser, no. This one, I don't even think I got the right product. I think it was like a counterfeit one, but this is still a no. This Melano CC Vitamin C Cream. I also was using way too many products. We're just going to talk about a little bit of the products that did not work, but this motherfucking shit fucked me up so bad because I didn't read the instructions, and it says like to only use like once a day, and I was using it twice a day like a regular toner that I would use. No, this shit is really strong. I still have it because it works really good for like your head, and if you have any back acne or spot treatments, I really think that this is good for that. But as an actual toner for like daily use, no, too strong. Now, Proactive is another thing that did not work for me. It worked for me when I was a teenager, so that's why I thought I would try it again. But this skin smoothing exfoliator is what really did the fucking harm was anything that has little exfoliating beads should be an automatic fuck no. I thought we learned that from the St. Ives, but clearly I didn't really get that in my head. So no. Now, what did work for me is this Paula's Choice Clear, which is actually what I was using before I even started the whole fucking acne shit. And it had my skin so fucking clear that I thought I had clear skin and not acne prone skin. Totally forgot my skin was acne prone. So that's why I started dabbling with all the K-beauty and all that shit. Biggest fucking mistake I ever fucking made. I will not do this ever again. But this right here is my holy grail. Extra strength if you have cystic acne, regular strength if you just get pimples here and there. Along with this, especially if you have dry skin, this really helped to bring the moisture back into my skin. It's non-comedogenic or whatever, however you say it, but it's really good. It doesn't clog your pores or anything like that. If you have dry skin, you're definitely going to want to use that, especially if you use a 3-step system like Paula's Choice, because it can dry out your skin. It's kind of how it works, but this will bring that moisture back without breaking you out. Now, this should be kind of obvious, but I stopped touching my face, and it wasn't obvious to me at first that I was even doing it so much. My husband actually pointed it out to me, and I got so pissed off at him, but I was like, damn, this motherfucker is right. I would always touch my skin when I was like just scrolling on TikTok or anything that made me a little bit anxious. I started touching and picking at my skin because I had these little, like I said, I had these little like keratin nodule type of things. I don't know what the fuck they were, but I had a little fucking shit that would come off like, and I would just get obsessed with doing that. Stop touching your face. Also, stop popping your pimples. I don't pop no motherfucking pimples at all. I literally set the intention that anytime that I just let a pimple do its own thing without popping it, it makes me more beautiful. And bitch, it fucking works. I stopped drying my face with my regular towel, so when I would get out of the shower, I would like dry myself off, and I would use the same towel to dry my face off. I stopped doing that. I would honestly just leave my skin still wet, like my face still wet, and just go on with my toner and, you know, like the little pad or whatever, and that would dry off my skin. Also, regularly washing my pillowcase and using a satin pillowcase because that's actually better for your skin and your hair. Affirmations. Now, I would say affirmations while I'm putting on my skincare. So while I'm putting on like my lotions or my toner, I would tell myself I have beautiful, clear skin. This was a major fucking key, okay? And if you cannot bring yourself to tell yourself that you have beautiful, clear skin, try an askfirmation, which is basically asking yourself, how is my skin so clear? Like I said earlier, if you ask your subconscious a question, it's going to look for the answer, right? So if you ask, how is my skin so clear? You're going to be led to things that are going to clear your skin. And if you can't do any of those, bare minimum, just say, I love my body. When it comes to physical manifestations, this is gold. Just say, I love my body. Even if you don't love your body, how it physically looks, you should love your body for the fact that it keeps you alive. It helps you to breathe. It helps you to get to point A to point B. So you love your body. You love your body. Another major key. Well, I made that sign, I have clear skin. I made that sign with my Cricut, and I put it on my mirror. And that was basically me constantly telling myself that I have clear skin, because when I would look in the mirror was like a really big time for me to like really get down on myself. So when I had that there, it literally would not allow me to. If I even tried to say anything negative, I would read that shit and like, nope, I got clear skin. I also enchanted all of my products so that they would help me to get clear skin, and I just do that with my pendulum. Let me know if you want a tutorial on that. Now this one, I would use my journal Intentional 24/7, and I would set my intention for the day to be I have clear skin or I have beautiful clear skin, and this was a major key. I also got real with myself for the way that I was feeling internally, because that was a big part. Was I was dealing with a lot of anger, and I said, look, I'm dealing with this shit. It's clearly a big deal because it's manifesting in my skin. Let's heal. Now this last one is I love myself as if I already had clear skin. So I was like, okay, if my skin was clear, what would I be doing? I'd be dancing around this motherfucking house. So that's exactly what I did. Love yourself.